Hello there, the Fabled Harpooner here, ready to hunt another high rank Royal Ludroth in the current events quest, this time with a Heavy Bowgun weapon class and the upgrade to the Lagia Blitz as the weapon of choice. Going to be using the Kurapeko arm set, high rank. However, I'd like to bring some attention to a defect in the armour and the skills of it. If I go to the status screen, you can see here the skills that are currently active. Some of them, well, Auto Detector have gemmed in. Pellet Split doesn't activate on its own, it actually falls short 2 points before it can activate. Now if I go to the skill tree here, you notice that the leggings actually has 0 skill points on the pellet skill, or pellet up, if you like to, whichever you prefer, and instead it has 2 points in Maestro, which is the skill that appears in the Blade Master, our high rank Kurapeko set. So I'm thinking that, well, someone made a little bit of blunder and forgot to update the skill or change it to the pellet when changing it from the Blade Master. So essentially the pellets fall short 2 points, and the reason I've activated is because I gemmed in a couple of pellet up type of jewels. As you can see there, the 2 pellet jewels 1 that fill up the gap to reach the or activate the skill. And then these 2 points on Maestro have absolutely no use whatsoever for the arm set. Now some could argue that, well, some armors in our Monster Hunter do that sometimes they have skill points in a certain skill sets but they don't trigger. But this is too coincidental because it's the same skill that the Blade Master have in the Blade Master arm set, and it's exactly 2 points short, which is the 2 points that are in the Maestro skill. So I'll call that a bit of a little mistake. It's not too bad because I managed to work around it and upgrade the Psychic from the just Detect or to Auto Tracker. If I can find a proper skill. Usually it's Detect, the level, but I managed to gem in a few, Kurapeko thing, I believe. Yeah, Psychic Jewels. 3 of them to reach 16 points. Well, you can't do half a point, usually those jewels are 2 points each, so managed to trigger that and at least activate the pellet to boost it and use it. It's not that much of a issue because, well, online you rarely want to boost pellets shot unless you bring armor in order to prevent interrupting your teammates from these shots. But I just found it weird. Anyway, enough of that. Items I have with me, well, bring in sub shots since this weapon can use them. Thunder shots, clusters, pretty much the lot. But I will try to focus on using pellet shots. Even if I get a trip, I will switch to crouching fire ammo types, which are, if I show you correctly, both normal level 2s and Thunder S. Now I haven't upgraded the weapon yet, but pretty much the loadout remains the same. There's only a small upgrade to it. So let's see, upgrade weapons. The actual weapon of choice, the Lagia Blitz Plus. We compare both of them right now. It's a slight increase in raw damage, which will be boosted a bit further once I reattach the power barrel. That will get removed as it happens when you upgrade a weapon. You can see the loadout's exactly the same, except for Thunder that loads 1 more shot. But the rest is exactly the same. Even crouching fire remains the same, no real change. Just more damage and an extra load or shot for Thunder shots. We do have a right low deviation. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Small recoil, or some, and well, the usual average reload. So let's get the weapon ready and reattach the power barrel. So we can go. Oh, that's a nice increase actually. Yeah, that's a decent increase in damage. And the next option is much later on, high rank. Oh, and Ivory Laggy as well. Oh, my goodness. So, that's the weapon of choice. This is the arm set. And let's see skills. Now, I probably will go for... Oh, well, I was going to go for maybe normal shots boost with the milk and meat. But since there's not fresh items with sharpshooter, or even maybe bombardier, for at least the crack shots, yeah. But since it's not a fresh item and it's only those 2, let's see what we can get here. I guess water bearer, hornblower. Yeah, that's going to be great use. Well, at least we'll get attack up M and 30 health. So let's just do this. Get the skill, let's skip the quest. No, I pressed the button far too many times. It's a bit of a habit I have to try to rush through the dialogue. And we start at... oh, just below. Well, you can see auto tracker working there. At least I don't need any paint shots or paintballs for this. This would probably be a nice armor set to use for village hunts. You know, the free zone hunts. Let's go for pellet. No, let's go for clusters first. I like to empty the slow and small capacity shots first, especially before it enrages. Now, these shots are best to try and get closer to the centre of the body, so that when they spread, they manage to hit every time. Or just below it, because maybe they can set off explosions right underneath it for plenty of damage. Oh boy. Now this weapon can actually fire slicing shots, but I'm not going to bother with those. In fact, I didn't bring any. Well, at least that was a regular cat and not a Melinx. Really hate to get hit by Melinx with any of the bowgun types or bows. At least with the Blade Master weapons you can just hit the cat normally and recover the item. However, it might cost me some hits if it keeps hitting me like that. Might just switch to pellet to get rid of them. I should have moved a bit further away before reloading. Now, in 4 Ultimate, I haven't really noticed any real changes to the Heavy Bowgun, other than being able to jump off cliffs and attack mid-air, which will result in a reload of the weapon if it's not loaded at that time. But that's the same for the light bowgun, so it's not really an exclusive thing. And I don't remember seeing any new shots. Let's see if we can get a trip. Do you remember when I get a trip? Again, try to remember and do a crouching fire. What I have noticed is that pellet shots in 4 Ultimate seem to have a bit of a change to the sound as you fire. It doesn't seem to get a great timing for that. Okay, let's go for Thunder, and that was a waste of the trip. Just trying to get some damage out. That's nice. I think I'm getting Kayamba as well, because they've decided to be here. Or at least they're body shields to some degree. Oh, that was a nice set of shots. And that was a miss. Back to pellet shots, I suppose. I think these shinies are just cat, not sure why I'm going for them. Oh, flash bomb, nice. Could try to use that if it's exhausted. It would actually work nicely in conjunction with the crouching fire, since you can't really see to attack. Keep a nice distance away. You probably will fixate on doing close range attacks, so it won't actually reach. But I could just try and use it. Why not? And if I miss, well, I didn't have one to begin with. I would rather use it you further away from there, that's nice. So, go for this, Thunder, and let's just fire away. As you can see there, it can't see us, so it's going to focus on close range attacks. Well, he's safely awake, I suppose. There's a break to the... Oh, and we're already out. I didn't really want to reload. Let's change the pellet. Bit of a waste of a reload, but we do need to get rid of these Royal, well, not Royal, regular Ludroth. And he just mortar shot one and charged the other. Let's pick this up. Nice, large wound here, extra zenny. Should help compensate for the investment in weapons. So he's going to do a charge like that. We'll have to wait for the right time. Oh, bad roll. Managed to make this next follow-up a good one. Not sure how I managed to get immunity frames there. Bit too far off. Need to be closer for pellet shots. Oh, remember 5 shots per pellet one. You have to be close, but not that close. Oh boy. Oh. Don't think one roll was enough for Heavy Bowgun to dodge that particular attack. Nice roll there. Not sure if I got immunity frames or I just forced it to miss. Okay, I'm not sure how that happened. I meant forced it to miss because my hitbox was too low, and you know that leap attack likes to jump over you. Well, I managed to connect some of the last pellet shots as it ran away. Should I take an energy drink or air one on? Not make the same mistake as last time with the bow. Although with the Heavy Bowgun it's not that crucial, having less stamina than normal. Oh, rolled into it. I was hoping to get close, but not actually into it. Need to be closer. So yes, in 4U, it doesn't sound the same way. There's a crouching. Let's empty the thunder shots. That should be the last 20 that can fire. Hopefully I don't miss. Noticing a bit of a curved shot, which is handy. And there's the last. Any further trips, and we should get it, or crouch fire with normals, which should do enough damage. And let's go for normals. Nice interrupt, again, some curved shots into the head. A bit hard to aim like this. That is too inefficient. Too much distance. And let's switch to pellet again. Now as I said, this is fine offline, but online, especially with such a frame monster like the Royal Ludroth, you better bring some armor shots to make your teammates immune to pellet shots, at least to the tripping effect. Or unless everyone is a gunner or range of some sort. Oh, forgot I need to reload there. Ooh, you better. Okay, Ludroth's been in the way. They just love to attack you from behind. Well, at least they'd like to shield you as well if you get some distance. Taking some water shots for you. Just get rid of Please. Okay, let's go for... No, don't need this yet. Should wait until we go underwater for those. I believe the pellet shots level 2 have more hits, but they are weaker each hit than the pellet one. However, if all pellets manage to hit, it still does more damage. Well, we got the kill quite quickly, and we didn't have to go to swim. Let's get the calves first, and quest time. 40 minutes remaining. Ooh, I think it's beaten my second best so far, by the looks of it. Quite close to the dual blades, I believe. Well, pellet shots would expect to do enough damage, although the crouching fire with their thunder shots must have done some decent damage as well. Mostly because of the DPS. So it's a high rate of fire. Usually does that. So again, nothing of real interest in this area, just collecting stuff for the sake of collecting. It's always handy, maybe extras only that can sell now and then. Rewards, well, okay I suppose. Not many, but a decent amount. Got scales, hides, stones axe, a couple of king bones, some honey. King scarabs, always welcome. Don't really have many of those. Armor sphere pluses, and crest, and a hide plus from the breaks. Extras any from the tiers, and whatnot. I think an acorn as well, which is not much. So this has been the Fabled Harpooner, hunting a higher rank Royal Ludroth in the current events quest, with the Heavy Bowgun weapon class and the Lagia Blitz Plus as the weapon of choice. Hope you enjoyed the video, see you next time, and good hunting.